This episode is dedicated to Loy Milam of Diggin with 7, who made a similar video to this many years ago. Every metal detectorist has dug these before. Where did they come from, and who created them? This is a brief history of the pull tab, but we must start with the can itself. While France was at war, fresh food often spoiled before it got to the front line. Napoleon offered a 12,000 franc reward to anyone who could solve the problem of preserving large amounts of food. In 1806, a French confectioner and brewer, Nicholas Appert, claimed the reward. He had developed a method for sealing food in glass jars. The metal can was developed by Frenchman Philippe de Girard, but Englishman Peter Durand patented his ideas. Metal cans were preferable to glass jars as they were cheaper to produce and much easier to transport. Beer and glass bottles were in use, but bottles were prone to breakage. In the 1930s, beer was first sealed in steel cans. The cans had a smooth top design that required a tool to open them. One such tool is called a church key that would pierce the can top, typically in two places to allow the beverage to drain and the other to allow airflow. In 1935, the UK developed the cone-top can sealed with a crown cork, also known as a bottle cap. These cans would be filled using the bottling method since cans were of a similar shape. The first aluminum can was produced in 1958, and in 1959, American inventor Ermo Frazee developed a can opening method that would dominate the canned beverage market, the pull tab. Mr. Frazee was on a family picnic and forgot his church key. Frustrated at having to open his cans using his car bumper, he invented the ring pull, also known as the beaver tail tab. The ring pull eliminated the need for a can opener tool by attaching an aluminum pull ring with a lever with a rivet to the top of the can. Frazee obtained a patent in the 1960s and sold the rights to the Aluminum Company of America, also known as Alcoa. The ring pull opener became the industry standard for the next 15 years. Discarded pull rings presented a litter problem. They were also dropped inside the can, creating a choking hazard. To eliminate these problems, Coors invented the push tab can in the early 1970s. One hazard was the finger used to push the tab into the can could get stuck and possibly cut on the sharp edges. In 1975, Daniel Kudzik invented the stay tab, which we are all familiar with today. A slight modification in the 1990s widened the mouth to prevent splashing as air entered the can. The small tabs were designed to stay on the can, but people would still bend them back and forth until they broke off, then be discarded on the ground by the millions. Australian companies such as Bent Spoke Brewing Company began using a pull lid can design. The tab is lifted and the entire can top is removed. These will likely prove to be a nightmare for our metal detecting friends down under. Thank you for watching. Every find tells a story.